Hello there, my friends. Welcome to the Star Wars Vault. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe for new Star Wars content every week.
Hey guys, how's it going? For today's video, I wanted to dive in on something that I think many of you would find very interesting. I'm going to explain why Count Dooku feared Anakin Skywalker in Revenge of the Sith. A lot of this is powered by the conversation that takes place between Palpatine and Dooku on the invisible hand right before Obi-Wan and Anakin arrive to rescue the Chancellor. Thanks to the novelization of Episode 3, we get a better picture of how Dooku feels about Anakin as well as Kenobi. The two Sith Lords have a plan in which Obi-Wan will die at the hands of the Count. Palpatine hopes that this will be a final key in turning Anakin to the dark side. Dooku questions his master if Anakin is the right person they want for their takeover of the galaxy. He even fantasizes about killing Sidious and taking Obi-Wan to lead his own Sith Order. Dooku was very much an aristocrat and viewed Kenobi as someone he respected and cared more for. This was obviously due to Obi-Wan being the apprentice of Dooku's former apprentice Qui-Gon Jinn, and therefore saw Kenobi as some sort of a grandson to him. Palpatine clearly did not share the same belief, as he knew Kenobi to be too indoctrinated. Sidious reminded Lord Tyrannus of Obi-Wan's convictions back on Geonosis when the Count asked Kenobi to join him. While Dooku was able to accept leaving Obi-Wan behind, he still couldn't understand Palpatine's fascination with Skywalker. Sidious told Dooku that Anakin is powerful, possibly even more powerful than Sidious himself. Dooku used this point to argue why he should kill Anakin. This right here proves that the Count recognizes Skywalker's power, seeing him as a threat. Sidious asks his apprentice, "Are you sure you can?" To which Dooku implies that the young Jedi is as great of a danger to himself as his enemies. Now, while there may be truth in that statement, this displays a reasonable fear that Dooku has for the Chosen One. He goes on to say how revolting his cybernetic arm is, to which Palpatine responds, "Perhaps you should have let him keep his real arm?" As both Sith acknowledge, Anakin's robotic limb is a powerful asset. Dooku states how it is almost forgivable for Grievous to rely on these bio-droid devices, but a blend of droid and human, he found it appalling. Sidious explained how Skywalker's arm was the perfect political tool for his plan. It showcased the ultimate sacrifice Anakin made as a hero during the war, how courageous and resilient he is. Palpatine goes on to tell Dooku that Anakin doesn't need instruction, only direction. He is not Grievous. The power that Skywalker possesses brings creativity and luck. Even the Jedi Council has learned not to tell him how, only what. Anakin, thanks to his many gifts in the Force, finds a way. He always does. So as you can see, with how this final conversation between Sidious and Dooku goes, I think it's extremely apparent that Lord Tyrannus had major concerns about Anakin. He knew he was powerful, growing stronger each day thanks to his youth. Dooku was aware of how unbalanced Anakin could be, which made him a ticking time bomb almost. The unpredictable nature of the boy was unsettling for Dooku. And of course, the robotic arm scared him as it gave Anakin another level of physical strength in his lightsaber fighting. Dooku had mentioned how an honorable man would have learned to duel one-handed, but at the end of the day, he only has himself to blame since he was the one to take Anakin's original right arm from him. I really love how this conversation in the Revenge of the Sith novel fleshes out where Dooku's mind is before his final duel. The look on his face when he realizes Palpatine's betrayal hits even harder with that extra context. Now, you may disagree with me that Count Dooku feared Anakin Skywalker at this point in time on the Invisible Hand, but I truly feel that his wish to turn Obi-Wan instead of Anakin, along with him believing Anakin could be more powerful than Sidious, is precisely why he fears the Chosen One. Remember, Anakin is only 22 while Dooku is 83 years old. Dooku knew that Anakin was only going to become more and more powerful. And as you can see, when Palpatine orders Anakin to kill him, Count Dooku had never looked more fearful in Star Wars. because he knew exactly what Anakin was capable of. It's as if he realized his life was over once his master uttered the words, "Do it." Well, guys, that's all for today. Perhaps this explains more about Count Dooku that you didn't know prior to watching this. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Also, don't forget to force push the like button if you enjoyed today's video. I really appreciate it. I'll be back this weekend with a new video, so until then, my friends, may the Force be with you.